Hello, welcome back to Defender's Quest. Last time we didn't make too much progress because I was trying to do more of the harder difficulty stuff, but we did make progress. We got our healer unit, and I need to give this guy levels. Okay. I want to try a level with an armored unit. He's only level 4, so I should be able to take him. But first, we have a bunch of journal entries. Right. Ezra sucks. Okay. So you think that just because I can't read your fancy-ass language means I won't find out what you've been writing about me? Well, guess what, Princess? We're going to write a journal entry on you. What should I say about Ezra? That her face is so thin that she looks like a fish? Also, her neck is so too long for her body, and her ears look like withered apricots, and her hair is stupid and stringy, and her personal hygiene is nowhere near as perfect as she believes. How's it feel, sucker? Now I guess I know who my real friends are. Sincerely, Keta, who likes to eat poop. Hey, Slack, why is my name taking so long to write? Okay. Azimel's death. So I think so. That was written by Slack, dictated by Keta. I thought I would gain some small satisfaction with Azimel's death. I haven't. He was merely one more glassy-eyed, shambling corpse bent to our enemy's will, upon even before his death. The earth is rid of a wicked, cruel man. Here in the pit will it even be noticed. Nope, didn't mean to close that. Monastery. I suppose it was foolish of me to expect anything in the pit to resemble home, but I was still shocked to see the Selene Monastery here. It is an imposing, ominous structure, more fortress than temple. I understand the necessity of these precautions, but it is difficult to reconcile with the temple fountain I grew up with, where even the guards carry blunt weapons lest they sow chaos and destruction in the birthplace of harmony. What a reassuring thing it was to dip my hands into the fountain, knowing that I stood in the same place as every believer before me, all the way back to, oh god, this word, Selenad himself. Here I was a humble servant separated from kings and prophets by nothing more than time. Just as water rises as mist over the valley, falls as snow on the mountains, rushes in rivers down to the sea, so each man born of the same essence must serve the different roles in his time and station, and so achieve harmony with the celestial machine. I wonder now what role I am to play in this lawless and terrible place, where harmony and wisdom seem faraway fantasies. There's some comfort, I suppose, in this fortress temple. Are not these monks serving their people, serving their purpose? These imposing walls and warlike defenses are nothing more than the adaptations that allow the spirit of Selenad to be served here in this lawless place. As the great man said himself, the truth remains the truth, be it written in any language. These defenses are nothing more than the language of the pit. The truth inside remains true. So we're going to have that word a lot that I'm not going to be able to pronounce for some reason. Just can't do it. Okay, let's give this one a try. Armor is going to come up from up here. No. Give me a second. Speed it up already. The only one that's a little bit of a concern is the armored one. Oh, and I'm chewing through them. Okay, we're fine. So I guess that roar means it's the final wave. I don't know why it's taking me this long to realize that. Alright. Guess that. Not overly concerned about his hit points, although he is kind of squishy. Wow, very squishy. Okay, yeah, I'm a little concerned for your hit points, guy. Oh, and now we can get this. Group heal. Ah, okay. So that's his boost 3 ability. Alright. Now we got the Glory of War. Yeah, I'm not gonna read all this. I have plenty. No one in your party can equip Glory of War yet. Okay. Yeah, this is a lot of reading. I already have a lot to read in this. What do we got here? Is this also armored? This is not also armored. Yeah, the yellow one concerns me the most. Wow, yeah. Okay. Want the healers as well. At least him here. Let's see how this goes. Well, handling it so far. Yeah, they kind of skipped this. If they actually start taking damage up here, I will put a healer up there too. So far, it's fine. If they want to keep moving into her range, that's fine with me. Speed this up. Maybe. They were a fair bit stronger. Yeah, I think that did it. Okay, that went well. Level ups all around. Better flurry, I think. Yeah, better range. Let's go for group heal. Alright. And we got a new staff. Okay, I'm not going to keep going through these. Let's actually progress. Maybe I'll go back and do a couple every video. And then at some point, once I get high enough level, I'll just go back and do cleanup. I don't want to do that one yet. I'm not at the point, I think, where I want to start on the higher level ones, although I am around this level, so maybe. Yeah, I'm going to try it. We get the same cutscene regardless. I must express my gratitude for all that your monks have done for us. I did not expect anyone to help the plague victims here. Restoring order to chaos has always been the calling of the Seleni. We are traveling to a hospital we have nearby. You think that we'll be safe there? No, but one of the patients could make a very powerful ally. You are not the only one to return from the brink of death with strange new abilities. Elder, is that smoke in the distance? The hospital, something's wrong. We must hurry. The hospital lies just across that river. I can feel them. They know I'm here. Relax, Azra, we can hide on the far side of the river. And by hide, I mean murder, and by far side of the river, I mean everything that moves. Okay, then. Yeah, we got some water enemies, so they're going to come out. I think they just go straight south. Let's put slack here. Sure. Go ahead and speed this up. I don't think he's going to get hurt too bad, but I'm going to go ahead and put a priest here. I may not need this guy at all. 2 archers. This is a higher difficulty, though, so we'll see. They aren't even getting the chance. Did they not go immediately south? Maybe they wait until right here. Yeah. Okay. You interrupted me, but yeah, you can see they started going south right here. Wait, is it just me, or does it look like those things can swim? I am on like the second or third wave of these things, and it took them that long to actually get into the water for to bring up this message box. More like a doggy paddle. Your style sucks. You hear that? I just called you doggies. Have you ever noticed that every time you open your mouth, stupid comes out? You're just my greatest weapon. A little faster. All right. Azra is taking a while to level. I don't think that this bigger bar means that she takes more experience, although she might. It's just that she's the only librarian. Add poison. When we can already get Holy Light. Oh. Okay. That is the last of them. Well met, Reverend Elder. How is the hospital? This is the fourth attack in as many days. And the patients? Everyone still lives. The enemies were beaten back like dogs. Still as warlike as ever, I see. I would like you to meet the person responsible for the victory today. Hello, I'm Azra. It is a pleasure to meet new allies in this fight. Rena. The last princess of Quaid, hungry to avenge her fallen kingdom. Oh, and we're just... okay. Is there anything here that she will equip? No. She does take a staff, though, so we can get her a staff. Did she wear that armor I got? Yes. And what about her skills? Okay, she is an ice mage. We will get that in plot. She does damage and slows enemies. Let's go ahead and read the journal. Bakal. Reverend Elder Bakal is an oasis of sanity in this den of chaos. Though the speed of our flight leaves little time for conversation, the few fleeting words I can exchange with him have helped my spirits greatly. I wish I could offer him the same. There's some internal anguish tormenting him. I can see it now and again broiling beneath his placid monk's face. It is very obvious that he was once a soldier. The scars, the bearing, and mannerisms all point to a warrior's life. I discovered at the monastery that he is not actually of the priesthood, though all that know him call him Reverend Elder anyways. In fact, he holds no position of authority, at least not in any official capacity. Yet his peers regularly seek his counsel and follow it as if he were a superior. The Lord Abbot himself seemed little more than a close disciple. This current adventure seems to both agitate and inspire Bakal, as if his soul somehow hangs in the balance. I can understand now why Keta would fear him. Every now and then I see a determination in his eyes that rivals that of our pursuer. I just pray that Bakal will one day be able to find for himself the peace that he gives to others. Alright. Got a battle here? I don't think so. If we could actually deal with the armor directly, then yeah, I might try that. Okay, the water here means very little, I think. Yeah, there is an aquatic one. I think they go straight here. It still doesn't mean too much. So anyway, yeah, so go ahead. I'm grateful for all this place has given me. You saved my life when I would have become one of the cold ones. But the walls of this hospital fence me in. Though shrouded in ice, the fury of the cosmic flame still burns within me. I long to take the fight to the enemy. That is why I came here, Rena. I need your help. Tomorrow I lead... What was that? More of them at the gates. Defenders, we are under attack. Even in this life of service, I am still the daughter of fire. The enemy that comes against me will burn. Except she doesn't have any fire. Ice mages can slow down attackers, which is very useful on short paths and fast enemies. Now my heart sings the battle song. Shall see the frost serve the fire, and her enemies drown in their own blood. Okay. Let's see. So I want her here. Probably not the best place for him, but it'll be fine. If you hadn't noticed, these are identical paths, even if they're being different colors and there being water here kind of hides that, but they are the same. Vinker. Oh, also, you can disable abilities. I don't know why you would do that, but you can disable them. Speed things up. a little faster. Kind of hard to see her sleep. Yeah, bunch of like a raining effect. That hits her whole area, which does expand as her range expands. Okay. I think more attack speed. For you, more range. Ahem, I mean no offense, but she's Quaid, isn't she? The vast majority of people down here are. The pit was a prisoner of war camp long before the plague. Many of these people have been working the mines for years, only to have the plague victims dumped in with them. That doesn't change the fact that they're a bunch of genocidal, fire-worshipping lunatics. The Quaid Empire stopped at nothing to... As for the Quaid Empire is dead. The enemy who destroyed it now turns his attention to the rest of the world. We cannot quibble about the nature of our allies. Oh, hey, Rena. I didn't see you there. We were just discussing, stuff and things. That's good. You know what they say. Don't gossip about anyone who might slit your throat at night. I'm not terribly familiar with that saying. Who says that? People whose throats haven't been slit, presumably. Because the ones that don't have all that much to say. It's more like gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. And then you say, was that advice? I don't know. Can you speak up? I sure am glad we're friends. Me too. Friends are great. For instance, if you need to slit someone's throat in their sleep, you can say, hey friend, hold this person down. So, I have this really important question for you. Yeah? What's with this whole ice thing? I know you're generally more of a fire person, so why am I not shooting fireballs out of my eye sockets? Yeah, I guess. When I was dying, I saw hell, frozen blackness stretching out into infinity, a place without warmth or light. And a golden man whispered my name. I knew then that to listen would be damnation. I tried to flee, but could not move. Each moment, the whispers grew louder until they drowned my screams. Then suddenly it all vanished. I was here in the hospital being cared for by the monks. But though I had escaped hell, I found I had brought a piece of it with me. This ice in my heart. I have never felt the same. Each day I hope the flame will make me whole again, and each day the curse continues. I'm not the only one who has had this experience. Many survived the plague and return changed. Until such time as the flame pities us, we use these curses against those who oppose righteousness. It just goes to show if you put your mind to it, you can use anything to kill your enemies. Alright then, so we actually have the hospital, a Selene House of Mercy, a place of refuge and healing for the wounded and sick. If we cannot seek asylum here, Reverend Elder, what is it you plan to do? Ezra, I have been guilty of a great many things in my life. I do not wish to add deceiving you to that list. If I am to continue guiding you, there are things you must know about me and our opponent. Zelamir? Yes, the once great leader of our people, now driven mad with arcane power. Wait, you mean he's the Zelamir, as in Crown Prince Zelamir Enchantamon? But he died a hero in the war. So everyone believes, but the truth is a more bitter history. Before your time, when the Quaid War reached its height, you cannot imagine the destruction. Principalities burned, entire territories slaughtered. We were on the verge of annihilation. Zelamir and I were generals in the Ash army then. We were like brothers. Our men fought like tigers, but we knew we were doomed. Each day we saw Ash brought one step closer to destruction. Then amidst the ruins of an enemy city, Prince Zelamir made a discovery. The location of an ancient power, lost in ages long past. With the enemy at our gates, he formed a plan. A dark plan, born of desperation. And I, in my foolishness, helped him. Ezra, I have dedicated what remains of my life to undoing Zelamir's destruction as best I can. For whatever reason, he has chosen Hugh as the focus of his madness. If we can discover why, we may be able to use it against him. You have seen what he is capable of, Azra. Will you help me in this? As best I can. Okay, now we can get ice mages. Let's get one more at least. Yeah, that's an ice mage name. We can get new swords. We have the money for it now. Although I don't know about all 4 of them. Okay, we only need 3 of the bows. Let's go ahead and get the staff first. Okay, so for weapons, what about armor? It's actually super cheap. Why is that so cheap? And this is not. Okay. And a lot more people need the expensive armor. For the priest first? I mean, I have enough for it, but that's all the money I have. Alright. Now we are all equipped up. Okay, I can sell these. It's a little bit of money back. Okay. Prepare yourselves. We have a long march ahead of us. Where are we heading to? The same city where Zelamir discovered the history of his dark powers. I hope that these same records may hold the key to understanding why he seeks you, and how we can turn it against him. This city is here, in the pit? Yes, a relic of times before the war. What about Zelamir, if he knows the place? Yes, there is a risk that he may anticipate our movements. But we cannot stay here. If we move fast and lightly enough, we may shut ourselves into the city before he can rebuild his forces. Okay. I may have time for the battle, but I don't really have time for the cutscenes to go with it. So, let's read the journal. Rinna. Polymon's description of Quaid royalty is no exaggeration. Rinna is indeed paler than the moon and twice as distant. If I may expand upon a classic, I would add 4 times as mercurial. I have never seen anyone shift through so many stages of madness at such speed. Even Slack is consistent in his insanity. Rinna is a raging ocean. One moment she seems devilishly knowing and the next hopelessly naive. Often her actions have the feeling of a well-played ruse. Yet just when I feel my suspicions confirmed, she will be taken by some childishly dangerous madness no rational actor would expose themselves to. Sometimes I think I can see behind the madness to a girl much like myself. Scared and alone and saddled with terrifying power. I wonder if she can see this herself. Nomads. It has been very interesting seeing firsthand the nomad tribes, the indigenous people occupying the steppes and mountains between the cities of Ash and the Quaid Empire. Over 100 different tribes were documented by Cantamal Palamon during his great excursion to the east. Though I believe many of these to have been lost to the ravages of war. Here in the pit I have met members of 27 different tribes. How many survive in the outside world is impossible to tell. It's less than half now function as full tribes. As the name suggests, the tribes live nomadically, raising goats and horses across the steppes. Little of this lifestyle has translated to the pit, where protection necessitates permanent defenses. Functional tribes will create villages like Karsk, eking out a living on goats and rudimentary agriculture. Unattached nomads, those whose tribes have been destroyed or dispersed, will find shelter in the more cosmopolitan settlements like Laxos or become rangers ferrying messages and guarding trade between the pit's villages. Here's some words on scared lips. Scarred lips. Yeah. Scarred lips. In traveling with Quaid royalty, I find that my curiosity outweighs my natural apprehension. For better or for worse, for her part, Rinna is happy to answer most of my questions. These are always posed with some level of trepidation on my part. There is no telling which question will be met with a girlish smile and which will precipitate a terrifying fervor. Her moods are many and the transition between them mercurial. Even with years of practice, I doubt that I would ever be able to anticipate what goes on behind her stormy gray eyes. Occasionally I look at her youthful face and my mind struggles to reconcile it with the litany of atrocities that were committed by her people. Other times I can see in the sneer of her scarred lip that the fanatical mania to carry out all of those horrors and more. In the panic and chaos that preceded our last battle, as I braced myself to leap from this world into the halfway place, my scrambling mind was transfixed by a single piercing image. Rinna stood with her head bowed, hands gripping her staff till her knuckles showed white hot against the duller ivory of her flesh. Her eyes were screwed shut with the intensity of someone who believes the outside world can be forced into non-existence through sheer willpower. Her lips mouthed strange Quaid words over and over till the rhythm of it surrounded her like tumultuous floodwaters. She was trembling. I saw her for the merest fraction of a moment, but it seemed a glimpse of the eternal, as if this strange pale girl would stand whispering her fury to the world's end and beyond. After the battle, I asked her what it was she was saying. She took a moment and translated the words into her surprisingly proficient Ash. Flame guide me, flame consume me, burn my brittle heart to ashes and replace it with your will. So she's not unhinged at all. Alright, we will probably do some more of these harder battles next time. Just a couple of them, and then progress. And I'll keep playing like that until I guess I catch up or get high enough level that I can just crush them. Which I'm getting to, the 300%. Oh, you get her levels. The 300% is helping. But yeah, we're going to stop here. That's it for this part. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you stick around for more, and thanks for watching.